Right, Mark, can you give me any tips, any of your sneaky little tricks that you get away with that people don't necessarily know you do?
Well, I don't know about whether people not necessarily know that I do them, but well, one of them is when I'm floater fishing, I'll fish a hair rig rather than super gluing it onto the back of the hook, so that it works in the way of a normal rig sort of thing. When I do the knotless knot, I tend to go out the back of the hook, so that it lays sort of flat on the surface, rather than, I mean, that initial bit near your hook is the most important bit.
Yeah, it's only a tiny little bit, but it does always dip down.
But that bit comes down, and that's one thing that the fish will see when it's in the water. When it's in the water, it's a lot more visible than when it's like greased on the surface, you know. So when it's nice laying flat on the surface, it seems to work a lot better. And if you go out the back of the hook, then it'll naturally want to stay on the surface. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like you say, it just holds it up slightly, just naturally. That's a great tip.
Another one is instead of using a bigger split shot on a counteracting pop-up on a pop-up rig, is I shave it off a little bit and keep trying it in the margin so that it counteracts real slowly.
Right.
I mean, literally, like, it would just sink real slowly.
Yeah.
So you definitely get that push away effect then. And if it sinks too quick, it could land a little bit too close to the lead. But you know, if you just take just enough off,
just trim it down the pop-up,
just
very slightly, a little bit.
I don't like to use anything bigger than a number 4 split shot normally on my braid. Like, I mean, sometimes a bit smaller if I can get away with it, but as long as it depends on what size hook you're using, you know, you've got to have it sitting upright, you know. But a number 4 split shot, usually with a size 8 hook, is usually sound, you know. So I just trim the pop-up down just to make.
Don't change your weight. Take it off the hook bait.
Yeah.
Great tip. Thank you.